So we had a client who was suffering from significant leachate generation. There'd been a cyclone in recent months. They had leachate actually coming out from the sidewalls of the landfills. In other words, the landfill was saturated.
So at the time when we got to site, their only option was to truck off site to sewage treatment plants. That gave them issues, as the treatment plants would only accept so much per day, and then they'd just be shut off from there. And then the only other option then they had was recirculation of the leachate. But when the landfill's saturated, that also doesn't become an option.
So they were employing a lot of trucks every day, sucking water out of the landfill and transporting it off-site. It's a great risk mitigation strategy. It's reasonably quick to apply, but it's very expensive. Obviously, that client was already in the middle of a crisis, and we weren't there to fix their crisis. What we were there to do is provide a proper management tool for the long term in that landfill so that they were never put in that position ever again. BeneVap, it's unique. Its ability to drive off the H2O component of leachate whilst leaving behind the contaminants that are within the leachate in a single stage process. It's simple, but highly effective. We hadn't operated in a Queensland landfill before, so we didn't have much data about what potential emissions might be and other risks. So it took a bit of time to work with the Department of Environment and the client to understand what they perceived the risks to be and what sort of monitoring we needed to put in place and what sort of data we needed to gather in order to satisfy the regulators. Thankfully, we've put together a team of highly skilled experts who continue to develop leading edge measurement and monitoring processes and collection systems to this day. So their skills really came to the fore, and we were able to develop a logical argument for the Department of Environment, which they then accepted, and we continue to monitor and liaise with the Department of Environment to this day. The BeneVap, as it's proven over 8 years operating at that site, has removed in the order of 100 million litres of leachate from that site permanently. The number of truck movements that represents is phenomenal. At the same time, we're utilising landfill gas at that site to make the system work. So leachate removal has gone from a significant cost with transport and discharge fees to a significantly lower cost for that client, including the fact that they're now recouping carbon credits for removing their leachate. So it's a full circle type moment.
They've managed to go from a reactive management of their leachate under emergency to just management in general. They keep the levels where they want it in the sumps. They don't have to, worry about storms coming through because they now have enough volume to be able to take that extra load when a storm does come through. Most proud of the fact that it's the first landfill we've been on full time. We've had over 90% uptime of the machine, and we've been removing 18 million litres of leachate per year.
The site has become a real tourist attraction. It's definitely something that everyone wants to know. They're curious. It's unique. Everyone's trying to get trucks off the road. And thankfully, we've got a client who believes in the product, has embraced our team, and has allowed us to be that site where everyone wants to go and visit and be curious. And as a result of their generosity and allowing us to have these people visit site, we're now seeing the industry embrace the technology more widely. And so that's a big thank you to them.
The BeneVap is a game changer in the way landfills manage their leachate, not just here in Australia, but across the globe.